Hello, Potato, and welcome to Quarantine Log 21. Today is April the 13th, Monday the 13th, and I have continued the excavation of the Void Space Closet today. And I found a couple interesting things I'm going to show you. A couple of them just because of the price tags. A lot of these are from KB, and I'm going to show you the Web of Aragog, and of all things, the Harry Potter Iced Pumpkin Drink Maker. Now, if I were Chadtronic, I'd open this and make it, but I'm not Chadtronic, and I'm not going to do that. The reason I'm showing you these is actually because of the price tags. So I mentioned in the KB lanyard video about the orange tags, but that I didn't have anything handy. Well, I found a couple now. So this is how it worked instead of the old red slashes. So an item that actually had been marked down at some point would come in with the new value price, the old price, and when it was marked down. So this was marked down on July the 5th, 2005. So previous to that, it was $4.99. And yes, I must have bought it because it was $1. And not only was it just $1, but I got my discount on it of like 20%. So I spent probably 80 cents on this. And yeah, it is still actually pretty mint in box. And I'm going to leave it that way. The other reason I'm showing you is this one, other thing I'm showing you is this one, which is Aragog, which was a notoriously unpopular one. I remember we had tons of these. And I'm showing you this because this is what price tags look like when we made them in store, when we printed them on the printer in the office. So for the orange tags, again, same thing. It was marked down 2003. This is probably when I bought this. Because why else would we have printed the price tag up in the office? Yeah, see, it was $5. Of course, now we're in the price tag. It was $5.99 when we got it on January of 05. No, it wasn't. When we got it in May of 01. I always read these backwards. And then on September 15, 2003, yep, years after this has been sitting on the shelf, it got marked down to $3. And so yeah, I picked one up because it was I probably picked it up actually because this probably picked it up when we were going out of business. This particular location was shutting down, and I bought a bunch of stuff when it was like 90% off. Board games and stuff. But yeah, I just want to show you this because I want to show you those price tags so I could go into more detail about what I talked about not last time, but the time before last time, with the redlining. Now, an item that had never been sold at a higher price at the store would still have an orange price tag, but this stuff would just be blank. It would just be a SKU and a price, and the rest of the tag would be blank. And yes, this tag was not printed properly on the box these came in. So another interesting thing I found is this. I'm going to have to tilt up a little more, I think. Yep. Not only do I don't remember buying this, I don't remember us even carrying these, but clearly we did for $12.99 in 2003. I'm wondering if I bought this at the KB Toy Outlet store or one of the toy outlet stores, because I don't remember ever selling this. Because you know what? If we had this in my store, I'd have bought the Ash figure as well. For $12.99 and then plus employee discount? That's a pretty decent looking figure, especially given that it's, 17 years old at least. I absolutely would have bought the Ash figure if we had these in my store. So I'm thinking this must have been an outlet item. Or maybe they just came, maybe they were just all evil Ash. I have no way of looking it up now. But this is actually a nice doll. I saw this sitting in a stack of Lego boxes in the closet, and I had no idea what it was. Never mind that I bought it. Clearly I bought it, because again, it's got the KB price tag on it. But yeah, that was the Ash figure. I may look for that, see if maybe, someone has that on Amazon for a good price. I'm sure I'm not going to get it for no $12.99, but I'm not going to pay $100 for it either. But yeah, this is a nice figure. If I were to find the Ash, I might open them both. But as it stands now, I'm going to leave Evil Ash in his box. He's been there this long. Why disturb him now? But now, the meat of this video. These things. So while going through there were a number of old Lego boxes in there. And honestly, I thought most of them were empty, and a lot of them aren't. A lot of them are kits that I have had sitting in here for at least 15 years and have never even opened. So I'll do some of those maybe in the future. But a lot of the empty boxes still have the instructions in them, which I've kept because I have the kits. Some of them are actually on the shelves in here. Others, I think, are in boxes in the closet, which we may be coming across as if we continue on with these. But they also have the old catalogs. Remember when Lego came with catalogs? That wasn't just all online. So that, let's look and see what was on offer 20 years ago. 20 years ago, Lego was offering us up. So let's do this. So it's very helpful that they put the year on this, because otherwise I'd have no idea exactly how old this is. This is a 20-year-old catalog. And already looking at it, you can see, we had a lot of focus on the prequels, Lego Soccer, which of course no longer exists, one of the incarnations of the Ice Raiders or whatever, and the old Knight stuff, which comes and goes, and I think is currently out. But yeah, the Lego Soccer series. I honestly, because we had these kicking around the store for a long time, I kind of regret not getting them, because that was an interesting set. You actually, this is right around the time that Lego was dying. They had just started with the Star Wars stuff. It was pre-Harry Potter, well before things like Pirates of the Caribbean, Lord of the Rings. Lego was in pretty bad shape at that point. And they were doing kind of whatever they could to try and boost sales. And one of the things was Lego Soccer, and they had some interesting sets. Yeah, I remember having this on the shelf. I think it was like 50 or 60 bucks, which was, when you work at KB Toys, is kind of generally out of your price range, even with discount. At least to the point that I didn't buy it. I wasn't super into Lego at the time, which the stack of old boxes here would sort of indicate that I was. I was into the Star Wars ones. I'll put it that way. I have some Harry Potter ones too. But yeah, I wasn't buying a lot of Lego back then. Here we have some of the Star Wars prequel stuff. Got a nice little group shot. Let's see if I can get a good image of that. And this is one thing I'd forgotten, and I don't know why I'd forgotten it, because I have some of these sets on the shelf in here, is that the kits used to have them with the yellow Lego faces when they first started doing the Star Wars ones. They didn't have skin-colored faces back then. They had Lego-colored ones. And yeah, I'd completely forgotten that. I'm wondering if I had some on the shelf here, but I can't see them from where I'm standing. But I'm wondering if the Harry Potter ones were that way too. The original Harry Potter ones. Because I thought they were on the shelf right here, but I'm not seeing them. Oh, there's one. I can't see any of the human figures. Just like a mermaid. Well, I'll look at the boxes here later and figure that out. But I actually have a few of these sets. I know I have that one somewhere. I don't know if I have that one or not. I don't remember. I think I might. Because I kind of remember putting that tail together. What else do we have in here? Is that the Watto's Junkyard? Nope. I think I have Anakin's Pod Racer, but I think it's part of this set here that came with like 3 of them. The Mos Espa Pod Race set. I think I have that set. That's probably in the closet. I know I have the Synth Infiltrator because I just saw the box for it, which I'm going to throw away. I don't need to keep that. Pretty sure I have the Droid Fighter. Don't have any of the Technic stuff. I've never been into the Technic stuff. Oh, we have a centerfold. Lego Mania 2000. Let's see if we can scroll that across your screen here. Lego Mania 2000. I think, is that Zach? Is that Zach the Lego Maniac? I think that is. Let's see. I know I have that set. I believe I have both of those. Actually, I think I found this one unopened in my closet. I know I had that one. I have an X-Wing, but I don't think it's that one. I think it's the one from Yoda's home. And of course, we have the older collector's editions ones, the big model builder style ones, which of course they still make new of today. What was the most recent one? Well, there's that new Yoda, but I wouldn't class that in these. I think it was the Star Destroyer, Vader Star Destroyer in particular, the one that came with the teeny tiny little Leia ship, just for scale, just so you can see how massively huge it is. The Tanteen 4, something like that, was not the Leia ship. We have Knight's Kingdom. I've had a few of these sets over the years, the older ones, like from when I was a kid, not these versions. And I never super got into the Knight stuff. But I mean, if you had some of these sets, they'd probably be worth a little bit now. I may look on like Amazon and see how much these unopened old Star Wars kits I have go for. I'm not going to sell them, but it's always nice to know. Adventurers. This is one of those sets that I really would like to see them take off with, because clearly it's rip-off Indiana Jones. I mean, that's clearly meant to be Indiana Jones. Before they had, and then, I guess, lost the Indiana Jones license. I wish that was one they had kept. I think I have some of the smaller sets from this. You have a lot of focus noise in this video. Arctic. This series is just called Arctic. But also it's weird when you look at these, how much more advanced the kits are now, how much more detailed they are. I mean, I never noticed it when I was younger, but some of those old LEGO kits are really rough compared to the modern versions. Like I found the box for the original version of the ATST LEGO kit, which I'm hoping is in one of these boxes and we'll come across it over the next couple of days, so I can show it to you next to the new Mandalorian version of it, because it's tiny. Actually, let me see if I can find the box. Nope, I cannot find it, which is weird, because I literally just threw it in the trash bag, and it's not there now, which is weird. But well, maybe it's one of these little pamphlets. So yeah, all the old boxes, a lot of them still have these little packing things in them, and they had their instruction books. I'm keeping the instruction books because I have the kits. But yeah, I don't need to keep the boxes. I don't know why I kept the boxes 20 years ago. You have Spaceport. I mean, look at that compared to what some of those the space sets they make now look like. I mean, there really is just a world of difference. LEGO City Action from City Center. See, these are the kind of kits I remember when I was a kid, though, too. The really, spindly buildings that looked like nothing like an actual building a person could live or work in. They had, a tower on them with no way to get up to it. And, yeah, kids, they just have much better sets to play with. I mean, look how undetailed that truck is, compared to some of the ones they make now. I don't have one handy to show you, but look at this kind of stuff. Look at this thing. Nope, too close. Come on, there we go. Look at that. What is that even supposed to be? Is that a golf car? What is that? That's pathetic. That's like Happy Meal level. And they probably charged $5 for that thing. And I would have bought it too. Because I didn't know any better. Because I think we just, that's what there was. There was this, and there was Mega Bloks, and Mega Bloks were junk. Rock Raiders. This actually had a cartoon series, I think, at the time. I think Sci-Fi Channel played it. It's some of the things that they try every couple of years. I wonder if we have in here with the. I guess we aren't going to see that because we're almost to the end here. But there was an anime mech themed series of Lego trying to do an original IP, and they were actually pretty neat looking. Kind of basically, I think a lot of them have kind of been rebranded under the Ninjago line and just redone to look nicer. They had radio control Lego back then. The train, I had the space monorail when I was a little kid. What I really wanted, and this is probably around 20 years ago here, was they had a Harry Potter electronic Hogwarts Express that I really wanted to get. It was like $400. And by the time we had the money for it, it was gone. It had sold out. And they've never re-released that one. They've re-released the Hogwarts Express a few times, but never the radio-controlled or the electronic version. But now maybe with the Disney train, maybe they'll do, the next Fantastic Beasts movie. You'll get a new Hogwarts Express or something. Because I know they re-released the engine for the last round, but again, not the whole train, radio-controlled item. You can join the Lego Club. Your 2-year membership includes 12 issues of Lego Mania magazine. I'm a little tempted to try to send this, that, or maybe like this in, and just to see if Lego sends anything back. I may hang on to this and do that. Get a stamp and send that and see if Lego sends anything back. What else do we have here? I think there's some different stuff. Here is another pack-in from like a smaller set for Lego Mars. I'm going to guess this is probably around the time of the Mars probe with the Sojourner. I'm going to guess this is around that time period. So that's probably why we rebranded space as just Mars. Because, on Mars, we have mechs and stuff. I actually have one of these kits here, the Studios ones. Can I grab it real quick? Yeah, I can. But you can't see it that way. So let's zoom in. Yep, the Steven Spielberg Lego Studio Series. This one doesn't actually have the Spielberg branding on it. But I bought it because it was like a horror-themed set, and it was $11.99. I think I have maybe a Frankenstein and a Wolfman one too, but I haven't come across them yet. So I could be wrong. I know there were more of them. But yeah, there was a whole series. There was a thing you could buy. It came with like a webcam. And it was a Steven Spielberg branded Lego Movie Maker kit, which is actually, it's what they're showing here. So it didn't just have just like, the Lego car and the T-Rex, but it had things to make it actually work. Plus, like if you look on there, there's a little, there's like little film crew characters too. The little guy with a fan, and fake fire and a fireman to put it out. And this kit, and I don't think they show it in the picture, but I'm 99% sure this kit came with a Steven Spielberg minifigure. Which right there, that alone would have made this worth it. But look at that camera. Look at that old webcam. A Lego camera, and you could make your own little movies. And I wonder how much of that led to something like the Lego movie happening. It's, 15 years later, but still. And Lego Racers was a set that I think never really caught on. I don't remember selling many of those. And we've got Bionicles. Those were huge. Those were like Lego's only thing at the time that was doing anything at all. We couldn't keep those on the shelves, which is fine because they came in the most horrible canister packaging that you couldn't stack it. They didn't take up shelf space efficiently. You had to leave gaps in there. But man, they sold. They sold a ton. Alpha Team was one of the most attempts to do original intellectual property. I think I actually have that Millennium Falcon, and as I recall, it's very fragile. Like the top doesn't want to stay on. If I come across it, we'll show it to you. Knight's Kingdom. Yeah. What else we got here? That's a different version. Okay, there's the original ATST. Yeah, look at that little dinky thing. It did come with Chewbacca. And then look at the current version, the one that came out for The Mandalorian. Come on. Look how much more detailed that is compared to that. Even the Lego sets, the original Lego sets aren't actually very good when you compare them to what's available now. Jack Stone, that was another one of their IPs that didn't go anywhere. And he was because he didn't have like minifigures. He had these like little action figure kinds with, I thought the elbows moved, but it looks like they don't. But now he had knees that moved and like the neck turned, and he was a lot more posable than your typical minifigure. And he wasn't popular at all. Got Soccer again. Some of the early Harry Potter sets. So I think that is the non-electric version. I think I may have this set in the closet too somewhere. I haven't come across it. But I have a memory of buying this. This is from 2002. I had a memory of buying that at like a steep discount because it was open and it had been returned. And I don't honestly know that all the pieces are in it, because I've never tried to put it together. Dinosaurs, another one of their attempts to kind of knock off something. Clearly, this would probably have been around Jurassic Park 3 time. So they were trying to do some more dinosaur stuff to catch into that. Life on Mars. And what is it? This is another one of those weird ones. And I don't remember the name of it. But I think it had like a cartoon series, and they were all action figures. It was the least Lego line of things ever. And oh my gosh, it was a flop. It was an utter flop. And I don't know the name on it. Maybe it's one of these other ones. What else do we have here? Oh, here's a bigger 2002 catalog. And yep, some more Star Wars stuff. I'm pretty sure I have that set. I know I have that one and that one, because they're actually on the shelf behind me. I can actually see the Darth Vader one. Or I can see Darth Vader standing on this platform from where I'm standing now. Oh, we have a bigger picture of that, but still no name. Yeah, they were... If I think, I'll look it up and I'll put it in text down here to say what it was called. And then you can go look on YouTube for your own videos of it, because I'm sure somebody has done a takedown of what a mess it was. There's a more detailed look at some of the soccer sets. These were like official licensed US soccer. But they had like little kits as well. You could clip together to build a bigger play arena. Basically, it was a kind of Lego foosball. It was a neat idea. They also had, and I don't know if they were in one of these or not, but they had NBA ones too. Remember those? That's why, was it Shaquille O'Neal was in the Lego movie. Because that was a joke from the old NBA Lego set. Sets, plural. See, I know I have some of these. Maybe I don't. I don't know if I have any of these ones or not. Except for I think I have that one. I think I do have that one. Yeah, I don't think I have any of the other Harry Potter ones. I have some other Harry Potter ones. I have the Goblet of Fire mermaid set. I think I have the Graveyard. I know I bought the Graveyard set last year from the new version of it, but I think I may actually have the old Graveyard set too. Got some more Harry Potter ones. I don't think I have a lot of the older Harry Potter, the like original Harry Potter stuff. Which is a shame, because so they were yellow faces still then. In 2002, they still had Lego colored faces. Jack Stone. Better look at some of his sets. Some more Alpha Team. I mean, I suppose if you want to get a closer look at some of the stuff, you can always pause the video, or you could probably just find this documented online. Maybe I'll take pictures and put it on the Instagram to just really document these. If I do, I will put them on the Void of Intelligence Facebook page as well. Of course, I am at Void of Intelligence on Instagram. Lego Racers Drome. I have no idea what that was. Was that a set? I guess it's just different biomes that the characters come from or raced through. Was there a cartoon series based on this one? Oh, some more of the movie stuff. So they had different sets as well. That was the big set that came with the camera. And yeah, see there's a little Spielberg action figure, at least pictured. And then you can buy other ones, little stunt sets, and They all came with the like film crew characters, which is kind of cool. Oh, they were doing actual Jurassic Park ones. Oh, it was part of the Studios line. Okay. So they had actual official Jurassic Park Studios Legos from the Spielberg line, and they had just knockoff dinosaur ones as well. What is? Yeah, 2002. These are both from 2002. So I don't know. I don't know why there's a bigger look at the life on Mars, which really does look a little nicer than the 2000 Mars set. Yep, so I guess dinosaurs were just dinosaurs? I guess you could put them in your Jurassic Park set? No minifigs? I don't remember these at all. I'm guessing they didn't do well. I mean, sets without minifigures, I don't know ever really do. I know as a kid I always wanted minifigures. Trains, back when they came with actual remotes instead of just having to use your phone. See, the problem with something like the Disney train is that eventually, things that are app-based, and this is why I avoid buying those like $80, $90 board games that are app-based generally, is because that app's not going to be available forever. And then what do? Once the app is gone, and you get a new phone and you can't download the app anymore, what are you going to do? You can never play the game again? You can never make your train run again? That's kind of lame. I don't mind there being an app functionality. I just don't like it being the only functionality. And we got some Bionicles. What else we got here? Club Magazine. Yeah, who cares? So these are items you could only order through Lego Direct. From 1999, new in 99. That's actually a cute little set. I have something kind of similar to that, but more detailed in my Spring City set. Keychains. All the stuff, I guess, just like predates Lego Store for the most part. Although, no, I'm trying to think if there was Lego Store down in Anaheim in 2001, but Downtown Disney was still being built. Oh, that's actually an instruction book, isn't it? Oh, nope, that's a catalog. It's another catalog. Do we have a year on this one? No, I'm guessing it's going to be a lot of stuff we've already looked at, so we'll just flip through this one quickly. Let's go through this one quickly and see if there's anything interesting in it. Different looks of the Rock Raiders. Different looks at Star Wars. Yeah, I think I do have that set over here. Never got put together, and I think I want to say I have the one that came with 3 of them. Or maybe it just came with 2 of them. I have a set that I know that came with multiple pod racers. I know I have the Jedi Starfighter, the Sith Infiltrator. Oh, Lego Mania 99. Gotta pan through this. Dun 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 dun. Yep. And I know I have the Y-Wing. I think I have the Snowspeeder. I know I have the TIE Bomber. I don't know if I have the TIE Fighter or not. Or if I do, I think it was a set that came with an X-Wing and a TIE Fighter. Adventures again. Yeah, we've seen this one. I think it's actually the same pictures. I like the car designs though. I like that old-timey car design. I think that's why I liked the Monster Fighters series. Their vehicles tended to have that kind of almost steampunky look to them. That's an interesting one, the blimp. Looks like something a kid designed. That's a huge piece. I wonder how many pieces that blimp actually was. We have some of the like ancient Egypt-y kind of stuff. Ninja. Now, not to be confused with Ninjago, but Ninja. But I expect you probably will see, if you look through the Ninjago series, you'll probably see some of these having been redone as Ninjago. I was hoping we'd have like the anime one in here, but I don't think we're going to see that today. There might be more empty boxes, but I think I got all the empty boxes out of my closet. And they are going in the trash. 20 years of gathering dust is plenty for them. Well, more than 20 apparently, because this one's from 99. City Center, which is big on the sound effects in their pictures. Vroom, really floats. Who plays with Legos in the bathtub, though? Really? That just seems like a bad idea. It's a little golf carty looking thing again. Aquazone. Yep. Can't imagine why Lego was doing poorly 20 years ago, can you? Because really, I mean, initially, it really was Star Wars saved Lego. Let's be honest. Star Wars saved Lego. Harry Potter helped a lot. But I mean, I think if there hadn't been Star Wars, Lego wouldn't exist the way it does now. There wouldn't have been Lego Movie. There wouldn't be Lego Indiana Jones and Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that's like exactly the same as the last book. Throwbots. These are precursors, I believe, to Bionicles, because you can see some similar design, but they flung little discs. That was the whole gimmick on these. Also, not a great seller. But if you like those kind of like the Technic kind of pieces, you know, that's a good way to get some cheap when they were going out. And yep, Rock'em Sock'em Robot Legos called Cyber Slam. Yep. A lot of stuff here's probably just best forgotten, isn't it? All right. These two produced this last ones, I guess from 2003. They're the same, so there's no reason to look at both of them. But here's that NBA I was talking about. So you can see that was, in fact, a thing, in case you are too young to have ever seen it. Yep. Lego NBA Sports, or Lego Sports. Because yeah, I think these are part of the same series as the soccer ones. And about as popular. I mean, at least with the NBA, it's a little more accessible, I think, to Americans. I'm guessing the soccer ones probably sold better overseas. But I'm kind of surprised these didn't do better because of the fact they had actual, like, licenses. They had characters. I mean, they had actual players. They had, you know, who do we have here? We have... Of course, you couldn't just buy a team. That would have been silly. But who got? Tim Duncan... Gary Payton, Vince Carter, Jason Kidd, Kobe Bryant. That's probably a valuable figure now. How many of these guys are actually still active? Allen Iverson, Karl Malone. I don't watch sport ball. I'm just kind of going off of the names I know from hearing. But yeah, those were a thing. I remember having the actual court. I don't remember having the individual characters. And this is kind of a precursor to Creator. You know, we have the Creator sets now. This is kind of a precursor to those. Of course, we have two different kinds of Creator now. We have the ones where there's no minifigures. They're just kits to build or, you know, create with. And then there's the ones that are minifigure scale, like some of the carnival rides are in the Creator set. Including one I haven't put together yet, which hopefully I will put together for this summer's display. Yep, those are because people who just wanted to build and didn't want to actually like play aside from building, and wanted to play differently. Yep, Orient Expedition. Okay, I know I have a couple of these, like the smaller ones of these sets. I think I have that set. I think I have that one with the bear there because the bear looks familiar. I don't think I've ever opened it, but I think I have it. Maybe it'll turn up. Yep, another one again. I'm thinking a lot of these probably have been redone in Ninjago. But again, some interesting kit designs like that. That's a cool looking vehicle. I would buy that vehicle if I, you know, had access to it today. I'm wondering if it came with that though, because there's just one kit number next to those. So that may not have been sold by itself. Star Wars Lego Mini. Yeah, these are crap. Don't like these. I'm all about minifigure scale. All right, I know I have that set. I have that set. I know I have that one. I was very surprised to find I have this set. It's one of the ones I've never put together. I didn't know I had this set. I've always liked the transport ship design. But yeah, I didn't know I had ever got that set. I know I have that one. That's actually on the shelf behind me. I have two different versions of Slave One. I have the Jango Fett version and the much, much smaller and less detailed Boba Fett version that came out first. And yeah, even those two generations, there's this just massive change in the amount of detail they put into them. More Harry Potter ones. And got Quidditch. Yep, I don't think I have any of these ones except for maybe that one. And more Lego Racers. This is gonna be this already is a long video. I'm not gonna say this is a long video. Like first gen Bionicles. Actually, this is 2003, right? So probably second or third gen. Yep, those are. What did they come out with them again? Just like 5 or 6 years ago, they came out with them again with a new name. Hero Factory. It was Hero Factory. They were the same figures, but they were called Hero Factory now. Which is weird. I don't know why you wouldn't just tie into Bionicle and try to like put the old cartoon series back on DVD. But who can speak to the mind of Lego? And more trains. Jack Stone. Look at that. Okay, look at that. That plane. Not only is that not even minifigure scale, never mind getting Jack Stone into that. There's no windows, doesn't open up. That's like a solid, just thing of bricks. That's not fun for play. I would have hated that as a kid. You give me a plane that I can't put figures in. Galador! That's the one! That's the thing I couldn't remember earlier. That's that awful, un-Lego-y show. Look at these things. First of all, that's terrifying. Look at that face. That kid is terrifying. But look at these things. They were trying to make action figures. It's the least Lego-y thing ever. You know, I think about it. I think the Netflix series, The Toys That Made Us, I think their Lego episode talks about the train wreck that was Galador. So check that out. If you're interested in Legos and you haven't been watching like The Toys That Made Us, and you have Netflix, you failed to begin with. But yeah, check those out. Those are good. Those are good fun documentaries if you like toys at all. Spybotics. These were computerized. I don't remember what they did though. I have to look that up. Maybe just for my own personal knowledge. And of course, Legoland, as it was 20 years ago. There was a PS2 game for Galador. Check that out. There was a PS2 game for that. You know, a lot of these old Lego games are just absolute garbage. Not like the ones from like Lord of the Rings and DC superheroes and stuff we have now. Alright, this has gone on way too long. So I'm going to stop it here. I expect I will still be here tomorrow. And I already have a couple ideas what we're going to look at tomorrow. Probably a shorter video. I wanted to go through those before I threw them away. And again, I think I'm probably going to photograph them and put them up on my Instagram and on the Void of Intelligence Facebook page to commemorate them in perpetuity. But that'll do us for today. So please remember to wash your hands properly, practice your safe social distancing, cough into your elbow, and stay healthy so that I can see you in the next video.